What does it mean to be a woman of power to you?
Obligation. Um, every generation of women does something that advances women. And then when the next generation comes about, they hand off a baton. With what they were able to do, with the prior generation before them, gave them in the baton, with the expectation that they move the baton further ahead to hand it off to next. So when I say obligation, every generation gets caught up in what they have to do to preserve themselves and succeed because they only know what they know. What we don't do is hold people accountable to the obligation. You have to do something. Because while you may be dealing with a set of things, you're not dealing with the set of things that the people that handed off that baton to you did. They gave it to you with some things settled. If that baton is still in the same place when you leave, you failed. Being a woman of power is saying, as long as there is breath in my lungs, for all those before me that built the path that allowed me to exist and gave me a privilege they didn't even have, I will make sure that this baton is not in the same place when I leave. And I don't get to choose. Because no matter how much I'm going through that's valid, I'm not going through what they did. They did more with less. You got to do more with more. You are not powerful if the only person that benefited from your power is you.
That's powerful. And so Essence has a rich history of amplifying Black voices off the heels of the recent election and the upcoming political climate. How do we maintain that legacy and become even more innovative moving forward?
I think everybody's processing the current political season. It's human. I think we have to stop pretending like everything started happening now. Essence is 55 years old next year. 55. Most people don't know that Essence was started by 4 Black men. It was not founded by Black women. At the time that they did it, Black women would have never been allowed to do that. So they took the privilege of gender and created something that was going to be right for their daughters and their aunts and their moms and their sisters. Because they knew we wouldn't be seen, but they knew people needed to understand this most important member of human community called the Black woman. Because they lived with her. So over those 55 years, Essence did its job really well. And now Black women are the CEOs of home culture and community. I didn't say Black home culture and community. I said home culture and community. Beyonce did a country album and was not nominated for the Country Music Awards. This is not about whether or not she should have been. My point is how much power that happens when we enter, regardless of if it's recognized. So, whether it be because of the election season or anything else, what is indisputable is that for 55 years, Essence has been training us for this moment where we now are the CEOs of home culture and community. What Essence needs to do now is teach them how to operate with that power so you don't misuse it. We sit on the other side of a moment that a lot of people were disappointed with, but everybody didn't necessarily vote the way maybe they told people are different. So in this day and in this age, what foresight and future-proofing do we need for how we're going to have to fight differently because the systems that were built in the political system to protect us are now going away? Do you have a fight without a constitution? Do you have a fight without the Voting Rights Act? Do you have a fight? The Black Panthers had a 10-point plan that had nothing to do with systems. The systems are going to be under attack. Do you remember how to fight? Ruby Bridges was 6 years old when she went to school. She's 60 now. And she says, to this day she has nightmares. Not because she was escorted, but because every day there were people who heckled at her with a coffin just her size held up in front of her. A 6-year-old every day walked to school with hecklers that every day had a coffin perfect for her. 6 years old. 6 years old. I don't want to hear nothing about what we can't do. What I do need you to do is on the fact that you're a CEO of home culture community, take the education, we're giving it to you, continue to define culture, continue to grab equity, and do not give up celebration. We live at the intersection of joy and justice, and then stop depending on the systems and build a fight that earned the systems, so that when they attack the systems, we don't lose our fight. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look at everything before 1960. You'll get every answer, but you're probably gonna have to give up some of your privilege. Get that done, because the next generation can't have less than you, or you fail. Okay. Hello, I'm Caroline Wanga, President and CEO of Essence Ventures. I've just been buzzed.